Don't you feel like life was pretty simple and linear back then as a teenager?
We all had to work towards getting a high school degree, then apply for college. We were all students who went to class, studied, took exams, and then worked to earn another degree. But after we graduate, everyone went about their own paths, and the loneliness and independence of adulthood hit me hard. No set goals I was working towards anymore. No required classes or exams to take. Some of my friends continued grad school, some worked in corporate, some helped out their family business, some got engaged and started a family. I had no idea which path was right for me. So I just accepted my investment banking offer and kept my head down and worked. And worked. And worked. Until I couldn't stand living with so little purpose anymore. Near the end of 2023, I had so much time to reflect because I quit my first job out of college in investment banking. I didn't have another job lined up. I didn't have a set plan. I was just desperate for change. I was tired of waking up every day dreading to face my day. In college, having a goal was what gave me my purpose and drive. My goal was to land a job in investment banking, so I set up a recruitment plan and I stuck with it, and I landed my job. This is the power that we have. Once we set our mind to accomplish something, we can always manifest it into existence. And this year, I'm going to bring this power back to myself. I'm going to actually set a goal and figure out a plan to work towards that goal. So here are my New Year's resolutions for 2024. First thing on my New Year's resolution is to take care of my mental health. Here's a little quick backstory in case you're new here. I spent 2 years recruiting to land my dream job in investment banking when I was in college. But as soon as I got my offer sophomore year, I was relieved to be done recruiting, but I didn't feel as happy as I thought I would be. And then immediately after, COVID hit and I was quarantined home. I kind of wallowed myself up and was just operating on pilot mode for a long time, just isolated. Soon, COVID and 2 years of college flew by and I started my first job. Every day I just went to work. I did what was assigned to me. I did my job fine. 1 month passed, 2 months passed, 3, 4, 5, 6 months passed, and everything just became a blur. Yes, the hours were long and stressful, but what bothered me the most was the fact that I had lost a sense of my own goals and vision. What am I working towards? And what do I want to achieve? I had lost a sense of purpose because I no longer felt connected to the job. I didn't feel like I was learning or growing. That made it so hard to stay motivated. When deep down, I questioned if it was even worth it. But what will make it worth it? I couldn't even plan an escape because I had no energy to think about what I wanted. So many of my colleagues and friends suggested me to go to a therapist and talk all of these things out. I never did because I told myself that I didn't have time for therapy. I couldn't bring myself to sacrifice even more time to talk to a therapist because time was so scarce for me. And I shut the idea away. But I know now that avoidance was me neglecting my mental health. So yeah, no surprise, after 1 year of dealing with this, I was so desperate for change and I finally called it quits. And now, I had spent the last couple of months unemployed, I finally had time to focus on things that I neglected for a year. You all know that I'm a huge advocate for mental health, which is why I'm so excited to be partnered with BetterHelp for this video. Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this portion. When I was struggling with my mental health and my quarter-life crisis, I had always vented to my friends and my colleagues, but eventually it came to a point where it felt really negative and I felt bad always going to them for the same problems over and over again. I knew it was time for change because clearly what's been going on for a year was not working out for me. And after I quit my job, I finally decided to invest time and effort into my mental health. BetterHelp connects you with licensed therapists who are trained to listen and give you unbiased advice. I know starting therapy can be hard. That was the case for me. I didn't know where to get started, and then I was worried if I found a therapist, it wasn't going to be the right fit for me, and I just didn't want to waste time. The right therapist might not always be in your area, and some people might find face-to-face interactions kind of awkward or uncomfortable. But with BetterHelp, you can do it through video calls or phone calls or even text messages, whatever you're most comfortable with. If you think you might benefit from therapy, you can click on the link in my description below. So to get started, you just fill out this questionnaire to assess your specific needs, and most of the time you can get matched with a therapist within 48 hours. I think for me, when I did it, literally 3 hours later I got matched with a therapist. I used to think therapy was only an option if you're really depressed or sad about something. Therapists are also instrumental to help you elevate your highs. It's been really helpful for me to verbally speak to someone about the things that clutter in my mind because I tend to overthink a lot. And also, if you feel like your first therapist is not the right fit for you, you can easily switch to another therapist with no additional cost, and you don't have to worry about insurance and which therapists are in your network and things like that. People spend hours at the gym, and you can do the same for your mental health. Give it a try if you feel like you're stuck in life and you don't exactly know what to do next. The new year is starting, so it's the perfect time to start a clean slate and start fresh. So again, you can click the link in my description below and sign up for your first month of BetterHelp for 10% off. I've always journaled, but I usually only journal when I'm going through a mental breakdown, and I kind of want to journal to reflect on my life and just put more positive things into the universe, you know? A lot of the things that you say to yourself that you write down do come into existence. So if I'm always writing negative things down, when I feel negative, I feel like I'm just gonna keep attracting negative stuff. Something I need to practice more is write down when good things happen, reflect on a good day, and just try to write more positive things down. We have 2 journals now. This one is kind of like a bullet journal / daily planner. This is my January calendar. Everything in orange you see here are my travel days, so I'm gonna be traveling like 80% of January. But yeah, I just have weekly to-dos. I write down my YouTube video ideas, my goals for content creation. I saw this TikTok recently where if you're journaling and you want to practice affirmation, then write things in the present tense. So instead of saying I will become more confident, you write I am confident, and just write things in the present. So that's what I've been trying to do, and truly it has been helping me a lot. So I'm unemployed right now, and I don't have a lot of real responsibilities and deadlines that are holding me accountable, so I can literally just rot away in bed for a week and I don't really have consequences, which means it's like really easy for me to stay in bed. And the other day I was just in bed. I did not want to get up to do anything, but I told myself, Angela, why don't you get up and write 1 sentence in your journal, and that's your accomplishment for the day. I know, crazy. So I did that, you know. I was like, okay, I can get up and write 1 sentence. So I went to my desk, I opened my journal. So this is what I wrote down. Once I did that, I was suddenly in the mood to work. So I just started reading articles and doing research and taking notes. So I have 2 journals. This one is more for personal life, reflections, content creation, creativity. And this one is more career and professional related. I got this notebook customized and it says Angie's List on it. So yeah, maybe that's something you guys can do too. Like get a notebook, customize it, write something cute in the front. And then this book is like your holy grail of the year. Something that I've always wanted was to have a core group of good girlfriends. Hi. So I'm in my hotel room in Mexico right now editing this video, and I cannot stand how monotone I sound in this video. I'm so sorry. When I was filming, my dad was next door, and I don't like when people hear me talk when I'm filming, so my tone, my emotion, my voice, everything was just going downhill. Paraphrase what I was trying to say. So basically, I realized I have a lot of really close friends individually, but I want to have that core group that I can always go to rant and vent about things, whether it's relationship, career, life, whatever, and then also go to them for fun things like traveling, planning things. And I feel like the only way for that relationship to develop is if we consistently hang out and make plans, and that hasn't been happening because I think once we graduated, everyone went about their own paths, and it's been harder and harder to plan things. So this year I'm gonna try my best to take initiative to plan. Although I feel like back in college it was so easy to gather because we just get together and drink and party, you know, but I'm in the phase where I don't want to do any of that. Okay, now back to the other segment. The next thing on my list is to declutter my room. I have this problem of hoarding things, and my wardrobe is a huge issue. Okay, back in Mexico. As I was saying, my cluttered wardrobe is also stopping me from elevating my style, because a lot of the stuff I have is still the college and party clothes that I have and crop tops, and I'm trying to look more put together and clean and mature. So I need to get rid of that, because every time I go home, I make a mess, I rummage through everything, and I say that I have nothing to wear. So I need to clean it out and have a basic staple. I've been saying this every single year for like 4 years now, so hopefully me putting this in my video can hold me accountable. Another one of my goals is to grow my YouTube account. So originally I had a number goal that I wanted to work towards, but then I realized numbers aren't exactly in my control. Like I can't control reaching 50k subs or 100k subs, but what I can control is the journey or process to get there. For example, posting more consistently, posting twice a month, working on my editing skills, investing in a better editing software, like things like that are in my control. I speak with a lot of filler words, and I also feel like my English vocabulary is very basic, and I want to work on that. I think you improve this by just reading more and listening to podcasts and watching people who speak eloquently, so I'm gonna try to work on that. My next one is not really a New Year's resolution, but just a habit that I want to keep up with, which is my skincare. I love when people ask me what my skincare routine is, so I found my skincare routine. This is what I use to wash my face. I start with micellar water. I try not to rub too hard. You get wrinkles if you rub too hard, so make sure not to do that. Anua Heart Leaf Cleansing Oil. It like helps get off extra residue. I used to be like a man and I just use water to wash my face and then I put body lotion as moisturizer. Then I got roasted by my friends. And double cleanse with the Round Lap Cleanser. I alternate between these two. I'm gonna go with this one today. I'm gonna shower and then finish my skincare routine. Okay, I just showered. This is my nighttime skincare routine. I usually sit down and watch a podcast while I do my skincare, so it's a pretty long process. So I start out with the Anua Heart Leaf Soothing Toner. And then I use the Jordan Diamond Serum. I got it because it was the #1 product in Korea when I was visiting. Don't forget the neck. Then I use this Nail Radiance Dual Essence. There's like 2 separate parts to it and it pumps out both of them. I love this. I'm almost out of it. And this is like the 2nd bottle I've used over the past year. And then this is a new stuff that I'm adding, but it's a gentle retinol serum from Versed. I just put this on before my moisturizer. The pumps. So one. I alternate between these two. I'm gonna go with Sujum today. This one's also really popular and I'm almost out of it. And as my last step, I use the Vita C Dark Circle Eye Cream. Just dab it. It is currently 1 a.m. right now and I think I'm pretty much done editing. If you made it this far, you are a real one. Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep soon because I need to check out early tomorrow. But thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!